Yes. What's going on, guys? I have another great video for you guys. You're going to love this video. Trust me. We are going to talk about the supply and demand secrets, guys. Right? I know some of you guys love supply and demand, and I see a lot of questions on my videos about supply and demand. So I'm going to go over a lot of those questions today. Okay? If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button because I have been trading the markets for 13 years and I know a lot about the markets. My channel is about helping struggling traders get to the next level. So if that's you, hit that subscribe button right now. Make sure you guys hit those like buttons too. Shout out to all my addicts out there because you know I'm not the only one that's addicted to these markets. So let's get to this video right here, guys. All right. Today, okay, we are going to talk about what is supply and demand. We're going to talk about why do I trade supply and demand. We are going to talk about how to find supply and demand zones. We're going to talk about how to draw supply and demand zones. We're going to talk about how far back should you look for a supply and demand zone. We are going to talk about how many times should you use a supply and demand zone. And we're also going to talk about should you use confirmation or should you use no confirmation at all. All right. So let's get to the video. Okay. So let's first talk about what is supply and demand. Okay. I'm going to keep things very simple, guys. Supply and demand is aggressive buying and selling. That's it. I'm a simple guy. I barely graduated from high school. I didn't go to college. Okay. So I like to keep things simple as possible. I trade the markets full time. Okay. And that's because I like to keep things as simple as possible. We want to see aggressive selling and buying. Notice how we have these candles right here. Look at these candles, these nice momentum candles right here. This is telling me that this is a very aggressive move. Go to the right here. We see demand. We see nice momentum candles right here. Nice aggressive buying. Okay, that's what we want to see, guys. We want to see nice momentum. Okay, you see this red circle right here, guys, and these small candles. We don't want that. We want these nice momentum candles that's telling us smart money is in the market. Okay, so supply and demand is aggressive buying and selling. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to the next one. Why do I trade supply and demand? It's very simple. I like to react when the big dogs, okay, the guys that have a lot of money, I like to react when these guys are in the market. The best way, in my opinion, to see when they enter the market is waiting for supply or demand. Okay, supply is when the market's going down. Demand is when the market is going up. Right? And I want to see these nice size candles, okay, going up or going down. And that's telling me that smart money is in the market. Remember, we are retail traders. We don't have enough money to move the market. These guys are dealing with millions and billions of dollars. Okay? Let me ask you this question. If you knew Goldman Sachs was about to buy right now, okay, at this key level, are you telling me that you would not buy or go behind them and buy right away? Of course you would, because you know that Goldman Sachs has a high win rate, right? They probably win around 95% of the time. And you know that they have the ability to move the market. And you probably know that they have a lot of inside connections. So they probably know way more than you. So you want to be, or you want to ride that wave. You want that small piece of pie because you don't know how far, okay, the move is going to go. Okay, all we know is it's a strong possibility the market might continue to go back down. Okay, or if it's going up, it might continue to go back up. We don't know how far. It might go on for a long time. Okay, but what we want is a small piece of that pie, guys. That's it. We want a little small piece, and not just a small piece. We want this to repeat. So we taking these small pieces, okay, over and over and over, okay, because we don't know how far they want to bring up the market. But as long as we get these small pieces, okay, over and over, that's going to help us build our trading account. Okay, so that's why I trade supply and demand. Okay, so let's talk about how to find supply and demand zones. Okay, minimum, guys, I'm looking for at least 3 candles. Right here we have nice size candles. Okay, you tell momentum is coming in. All right, and we only have 3 candles. That's it. That's all I need. Okay, minimum. There could be more than 3 candles, like you see right here. We have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. Yes, but minimum 3 candles. Okay, not tiny candles. We want to see nice momentum behind these candles. Okay, and we're waiting for price to come back to these zones. All right, and we're looking to attack. So that's how I find my zones. Okay, let me show you guys another example. Again, we have nice size candles going up. So what we're going to do is basically wait for price to come back and attack. Okay. So like I said before, minimum 3. If it, goes to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, comes back, you can still attack. All right. Okay. So let's talk about how to draw supply and demand zones. I'm going to show you guys 3 ways you can actually draw supply and demand zones. The first one is just using the last pivot. Okay, we're gonna look at the beginning of the move. Okay, and we're gonna look for the lowest candle right here, which is this candle, the red candle right here. Right, so we take that candle, okay, which is this red candle right here, and we're just gonna drag this triangle, okay, and basically wait for price to hit the zone. Okay, so I only took 1 candle and I made the rectangle, and I just basically stretched out the zone. Okay, now let's go to the next way to draw a supply and demand zone. Okay, so we have supply right here. The next way we can actually draw a supply zone, okay, or demand zone, is basically using consolidation, and or just using this little swing right here. Okay, this small swing, and basically we're going to draw this box. You see this nice consolidation right here, using the lowest swing right here. Okay, and stretching out the level. Okay, notice how price hit that and actually went back down. Okay, now don't worry about this big candle right here. That was probably news. Okay, but overall this was a supply zone. We just took this nice consolidation. We took it from this nice swing low right here, and we made our zone from that. Okay, and notice how price went to that swing low, and basically when price hit that level, sellers came in. Okay, let's look at the next way you can actually draw a supply and demand zone. Okay, so the next way you can actually draw a zone, okay, is actually using the Wicks. So basically, notice how we have this candle right here. You see the body of this candle right here? We are not going to use that, okay? We are only going to use the wick. So we're going to take the zone and use the top and the bottom of the wick, and basically wait for price to come to the zone and bounce off. Now, I don't really recommend this type of zone right here for beginners, because you're going to have a lot of supply and demand areas where price never comes back to the wick, okay, and it shoots up. So you're going to probably miss a lot of opportunities. Okay, so I want you guys to just basically focus on the first 2 ways, but this right here is another way you can actually draw a supply and demand zone, just using a wick. Okay, wait for price to come back to these wicks, okay, and then attack, right? Okay, so let's talk about how far back should you go to look for supply and demand zones. All right, now in my opinion, you can go back 3 months from now, 6 months from now, even a year from now. Okay, it really doesn't matter. The time doesn't really matter. Okay, you want to wait for price to go to those zones And yes, you can actually still use a zone that is 3 months old, 6 months old, a year old, okay? If that zone is clean, yes, you can still use it. Now, let me show you the way I look at the markets, okay? So let me show you real quick. Now, most people, when they look at zones, okay, they look at the major zones. So right here we have, okay, a major swing low and a major swing high. Okay, why is major? Because this is where the market was actually, let me show you real quick. The market was going down right here, okay? And we made a big swing right here, okay? This one right here, we made a big swing right here, okay? So a lot of times, a lot of people will say, okay, I'm gonna wait for price to get to this zone right here. So let me show you. Let's say that this was a demand zone right here. So they wait for price to get here. Or let's say this is a supply zone right here. Okay, they wait for price to get right here, right? And that's about it, okay? And the reason why I don't like doing this is because it takes forever to get to these zones, okay? I day trade, so, I can't wait for price to hit a major zone like that because I'm not going to be able to trade, okay? I'm going to be missing out on, a lot of opportunities. So what I do, okay, is I don't trade the major swing highs and lows. I trade what's in between. The reason why is because that's how the market moves, right? The market moves in waves. So notice how we went from here to here. We didn't go in a straight line. Okay, we made waves. Okay, notice how we're going up, going down, up, down, and that's how I like to trade. Okay, we have waves. You see how we have waves? Okay, and I like to trade the waves. This is how I like to get my supply and demand zones. Okay, when we go up in waves, that's how I like to trade supply and demand. I don't like to wait for these major swing highs or lows because if you notice, okay, when we go up to these swing highs or swing lows, what are we doing right here? We are trending up. That means that you are fighting the trend for the most part, right? Me personally, I'd rather go with the trend because it's very hard to stop a moving car. Me personally, I'd rather just hop in the car and go for a ride. So I like to, just go for a ride the waves, okay, and take my supply and demand zones that way versus trying to fight the trend. Because even if it came down here, okay, let's say we was trending down and it came down here, it's a possibility it can blow past that level too because you're fighting the trend. So me, I like to take the waves. So let me show you a good example. This is NASDAQ 100 right here, the 5-minute chart. If you know me by now, you know I love to trade the NASDAQ 100. I trade it every day. So we're here, guys. We have the market going down and it finally actually started to reverse. And guess what? The market is basically moving in waves. It's not just going straight up, okay? So I want to take advantage of these waves. So what do we see, guys, right here? We see demand, price going to demand, and you can take a nice trade from here. I actually took this trade right here, all right? And this is how I love to trade supply and demand. I like to go with the price that's right in front of me. I want to know what's in front of me right now. That's how I love to trade supply and demand. Even if I was swing trading, okay? Because that's how the market moves. It moves in waves, okay? That's how the market moves. So if it moves in waves, that's how I want to catch my supply and demand zones, okay? While the market is moving. That's the way I love to do it. And to me, that's a simple way to do it, all right? Now, let's talk about how many times should you use a zone, okay? To keep things simple, especially if you are a beginner, you want to use the zone no more than one time. So right here we have the market going in the zone. It popped up. Do you want to come back and use the zone again? Sometimes I'll probably do it, especially if it moved. Notice how we went up. You could have took your profits right here. It came back. Okay, this was a quick move. It came back real quick. Maybe, you can actually go back again depending on the way the market is moving and if it gives you a good signal, whatever the case is. But for now, just use it one time, because let's say that you go back, right, and the market is coming back to the zone and you want to use it again. A lot of times it will just blow past that zone. So just to keep things simple, you should use it one time. Okay? Okay, so let's go to the last one. Should you use confirmation or not, right? If you are a beginner, guys, you should, in my opinion, use confirmation. You don't want to use a zone and basically price this gold past that zone and stop you out. You don't want that. Okay, you want price to go to the zone, react to that zone. If it shows you a nice bullish bar, or vice versa, if it's going down and you're looking at a supply zone, show you a nice bearish bar to get in the market. Okay, now I do have ways where I actually get in the market without any confirmation. I'm not going to share that information in this video. That's for my private students. But if you are new to the market and you are struggling and you're trying to make things work, just make sure that you use confirmation, because you want to keep things as simple as possible. You want to make sure price reacts to that level. You don't want to be that first guy that gets stopped out, and next thing you know, you're going to use another supply zone or demand zone, and that one is going to stop you out. So you don't want to be in that situation. You want to see price react to that zone first, and then you want to attack. All right? Okay, guys, so that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If so, please hit that like button, guys. It only takes 2 seconds out of your time, so hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Please follow me on Instagram. Comment below, guys. Comment below. I will answer all your questions, 100% guaranteed, okay? Share this video and watch some more videos on my channel, because I have a lot of good content. And also, if you want to learn how to make money nearly every single day in the market, go to that link below. Check that out, and I will show you how I'm able to do this full time. Talk to you guys later, and please, guys, have a great day.